Hello, witches, and welcome to Witch Talk, the podcast where the magic meets the mundane. And I'm Audrey, your guide to this enchanting journey through the mystical and the magical. Together, we're going to explore the art of witchcraft, dive deep into rituals and spells, embrace the beauty of nature, and of course, tap into your profound connection to the universe and everything around you. Now, just a little bit of a content warning before we get started, a quick heads up. This podcast may include adult themes. Okay, this is for mature audiences, so discretion is advised. We'll touch on shadow work, emotional layers of the Yuletide season. We are adults who talk about adult things and adult language. So just keep your little ears off to the side and out of earshot. Perfect. If this doesn't honor your boundaries for the right time, come back when you get ready. Perfect. Alrighty. So, witches, welcome to Yuletide. Whether you celebrate Christmas, the solstice, Yuletide, Kwanzaa, we are all here for it, okay? The time of year where the veil of winter wraps around us, the cold and the magic, the light, the joy burns brighter than ever. And let's face it, this season can be overwhelming. And honestly, I've already been feeling it lately. With the endless to-do list and the emotional weight and mental labor, it's just overwhelming. But today, we're going to be talking about keeping your joy alive and glowing during this Yuletide. Think of this as your enchanted guide to staying connected to your magic while embracing the warmth and wonder of the season. Now, let's talk about Yule. Okay? It's cold. Sometimes it's rainy. There's snow, which is beautiful and wonderful. But there's also family gatherings, holidays, endless amount of presents to wrap. If you are a parent, you understand the struggle. It's ridiculous. Okay? And trying to keep and contain that joy and that magic that we create is kind of hard sometimes. Some of us get seasonal depression. It's real. Okay? Yule marks, just to touch on it a little bit. So Yule marks the rebirth of the sun, reminding us that even in dark times, light will always return. Joy is the central theme of the season. It's not about fleeting happiness. It's about deep, sustaining magic and emotion and energy that keeps us connected to ourselves and our crafts. Okay? So let's talk about some ways to really bring in that Yuletide daily joy into our lives. Me, I do a potion. Okay? Do you know hot chocolate is a really easy, love and joy potion? So every night I brew myself some hot chocolate, and then in the mornings, when I kick off the mornings with my coffee, I sprinkle some salt, I sprinkle some cinnamon, I sprinkle some cloves, I sprinkle some, basically what's in pumpkin spice, into my coffee grounds, and I let it brew. And as I pour in my peppermint mocha creamer from the Walmart, because I'm not going to make it myself because it's a lot right now for me anyway, I look into my coffee and I speak what I want to happen. I was like, let me find the joy even in the smallest times, even in the darkest times, even in the most stressful times, because it is serious. It's hard to be able to contain all this joy. And I'm going to give you some really, I'm going to tell you what I do to be able to maintain this joy. Because right now, my husband is very far away for work. I am taking care of my son alone, and I am working, and there's just so much going on, hosting events, hosting family, Christmas grocery shopping. It's just putting up trees, putting decor, making it look good. It is so hard. And what I do on usually these mornings that I feel the darkness coming in, I light a candle. And I sit there and I go, as the sun returns, so does my joy. I carry its light within me, blessed be. And I sit there and I meditate. I meditate for a couple of minutes as I watch this candle burn, or I close my eyes and I just feel and I just see the light in my mind. And if that doesn't work, if I need some extra boost, then I go through and make a gratitude list. What brings me joy? And sometimes, honestly, everyone usually, for the first couple times you start to do it, everyone usually puts down things that they're supposed to be gratitude for. That's not always the case, okay? It's okay to be honest with yourself. Sometimes there are some days where you are just so grateful for your kids, or you're just so grateful for your spouse, or you're just so grateful for your family, and you really are. But there's some days where they're tap dancing on your last nerve. You've had 1 cup of coffee today. They woke up at 5 o'clock and 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock and everything else. You haven't gotten anything on your to-do list done. And then the next day they go to school. You can be appreciative for that school. That's okay. You can be appreciative and put wine on your gratitude list. That's okay. Honesty is the best policy, especially when it comes to magic and spell work. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Also, this is one that I like to do with my kid, and it's a little Yuletide joy jar. Okay. What we do is we take this jar and we decorate with festive greenery that we forage, ribbons, Yule sigils. I do a lot of dried oranges and dried citruses and for decor. And I usually wrap it around this sweet little Yuletide jar. And each day after my meditation or in my gratitude, I write something that brings me joy on a piece of paper. And I put it in the jar. And on winter solstice, what we're going to do, or Christmas Eve, because we also do Christmas Eve because it's just a really easy day to remember, we read the notes that each person put in aloud to honor the light and joy that are in our lives, because that's what we take with us all year long. Also, Yule is a great time for shadow work, and Yule teaches us that darkness isn't an enemy. It's the darkness of the womb of creation. There are different types of darkness. There is walking through the darkness where you are just on an uphill battle, lost in the woods. And then there is darkness where it's dark and it's warm and in your bed, and you feel the calmness of the day. You relax, and it's just like and it is just so great. And Yule teaches us that it's the womb of creation. It's reflecting on what's been dimming your light or your joy. Write it down on a piece of paper. And when it comes to lighting your Yule log, which we do that too, when it comes to writing your Yule log, frankly, I use those papers of things that I want to let go, that's stealing my joy, that's no longer serving me, and I use it as kinder. But you put it under and you light it on fire to burn the log. That's what I do. And it's the most satisfying thing to feel the magic hit you, where you feel the tensing and then you release it and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can breathe. And as you watch it burn and as you bring awareness to it, you go, I release this stress. It no longer serves me. I invite peace. I release this resentment and I invite love. I release these things that no longer serve me, and I invite the betterment of my growth to come in. Blessed be. And it really is the best. Now, one of the favorite things that I like to do in the mornings, especially if my son is having a hard morning, and I do the same thing too, even if he's asleep, not here, taking a nap, whatever. I usually crank some tunes and dance it out, which is great and it's wonderful. But now we've been doing it to Christmas music, and we've been doing it to drumming. I have a drum that a friend of mine gave me in one of my covens many years ago, and I've brought it out for me and my son. And when we're feeling big emotions, we drum it out. Or, a really great seasonal spellcraft is, baking enchanted gingerbread and cookies. Shape them in symbols of joy, abundance, put sigils in them, you know, charging the ingredients that you have to manifest this joy and this happiness and this abundance and this love, and charge them for your intentions as you bake. Decorate with sigils of happiness or protection. Draw them on ornaments and candles and Christmas and holiday cards. These symbols will bring added energy to your home and celebrations. And it's really awesome to see, especially when like your kids start to get it and they start drawing and they start making their own. It's really fun to also do with family and friends. I have a bunch of friends that are different spiritual workers, different energy workers. Some of them are Christians, some of them are not, but they still enjoy it. They still sit there and they'll decorate with you and they'll bake with you, and it's just so much fun. If I am feeling really big negativity and feelings, and I, like the other day, yes, you get to see my beautiful dog, that's Petra. It I realized not too long ago that humans are basically talking plants. And it's so much fun you sit there and you have the awareness and you realize, oh my God, I am feeling that seasonal darkness. And humans, as our natural instincts, is when it's cold is to stay inside. Unfortunately, we need vitamin D to release serotonin and dopamine into our bodies to feel the happiness. And a lot of people, especially if they're on like ADHD or the neurodivergent spectrum, they forget that. So what I like to do is I make it a point of a scavenger hunt of sorts, is to go outside and decorate my house in natural materials like pine cone, holly, evergreen branches. Use them for crafts and wreaths and altar decorations. And as I do, one, it distracts my mind um from the fact that I'm sad. Two, it helps my health because I'm exercising and I'm also in the sunlight. And three, it helps me connect to the earth and release some of those negative energies that we seem to take in from people. We always seem to take in other people's energies and we never release it. So it has to go somewhere. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. So it has to be released. So what we do is release it back into the earth. That is called grounding. And as you collect and walk through the wonderful gifts of nature, you can leave little small offerings of appreciation. I usually leave honey, honey cookies, baked goods of some kind. Me and my husband usually make mead, and I usually leave like a little bottle of mead or pour a little bottle of mead. Something along those lines, a small token of appreciation and love. And on a crisp winter eve, taking a walk beneath the stars or moon, wrapped up in warm clothes and scarves and things along those lines. You carry a lantern and a candle as like the symbol of your inner light, guiding you through the dark. And it really is one of the best feelings in the world, is to see a beautiful symbol of being your own guiding light and incorporating those strengths. Some of those really great affirmations that I have for this season, as I go into these celebrations, I try to reset my mind into, like the sun at Yule, my light is reborn. My strength is reborn. My joy, my warmth is reborn. My will is reborn. I am joy. I am warmth. I am magic. I am all five elements combined. My energy glows brighter with each passing day. My joy becomes more abundant with each passing day. And that's one of the things that I really love about this wonderful, beautiful season. It's absolutely incredible. Now, witches, Yule is a season to both reflect and celebrate. It is to honor the dark while embracing the returning of the light. So let this season fill you with warmth and wonder and magic. Tend to your joy like a sacred fire. Let it guide you into the new year and renew your joy and love. Until next time, my sweet witch talkers, blessed be and blessed Yule and Merry casting. Don't forget to hit the like, save button. We're on you. Don't forget we're YouTube. We just had a blog post drop, which is harnessing the fire of anger, which actually has to do with our Bitchcraft series, which has to do with some of the more chaotic magics that we all love and enjoy. Now, thank you so much for tuning in. And once again, blessed be.